Hello everybody. Um Welcome back. Um yeah, doing another one of these devlogs. It's been like 2 months. Sorry. I've been very busy. Been working on the game a lot, and I went back and I was looking at my stuff. I realized stuff's not very good. Or like as in like what's it called? I was doing like these scripted like advertising like types of like, look at this unit, they're so cool, and it's not really my thing, so I don't really like doing them. But then I realized it's just devlog. I can just like talk. So I figured I could just talk about what's new, what exactly this is, because I wasn't very clear, and then I can like just show some stuff. um so first of all, so basically, I'm in university and I'm in my third year. You know what, actually, let me just like, I'm just like throw some characters on the screen. So then you can look at stuff um, while I'm talking, right? Um, so, third year university student doing game development, right? And, you know, uh, my program does this thing where we make a big game the whole year, and then at the end of the year we present it and all that stuff. Uh, so I mentioned, very obvious. I really like TFT. You know, that's my favorite game, and you know I would love to actually work on the game someday, but I can't for now. So basically, this is going to be my fourth year game. I'm in my third year, so like this is like next year. But obviously, a game of this size, uh, what's going on? Like you can't just make it in a year, or you can, but like not like 8 months or 9 months. You got obviously it's just better to do it ahead of time. So I've been working on it now, and for the last like 6-7 months, I think, or where my GitHub says. I think it's 7 months. At this point, and the the goal, the idea, basically, of this game was, you know, it's robots themed. I think that's very apparent. Robots are cool, and sorry, that ties into, because I want this to be like a bridge of auto battler games. You know, auto battler games are kind of niche. You know, they're a little hard to get into, and if you play a game like Dota Auto Chess or TFT, as like a beginner, it is crazy. Like it is so complicated, and there's so many things happening. So I wanted to, you know, take a shot at it. Obviously, I'm one person working on this so far. And but basically, the idea was I wanted to try to make a game that, you know, anyone can come in and be like, hey, I like auto battlers, or not like maybe maybe I can try out an auto battler, like anyone. So the goal was to make this as easy to play as possible, um, and intuitive. And so like some of the things I was thinking of is like, or I'll get to it, but like things like items and units, like even knowing how to place characters on the board. Like if I pick this guy, like where does this guy go? I don't know. Like obviously there are like you play these games, there are obviously things that are like more intuitive. Like I'm pretty sure, like in TFT, on this like the unit panel thing, right? It's like back 2 rows, right? And that's good. But I want to say, hey, could you expand on that, so someone who's never played these type of games, you know, understand it better. So I mean, like obviously I haven't like fully, obviously I'm not there at that point in the game yet. But like something I was thinking is like I pick this guy up, and then like maybe like the back rows just are flashing, like they're not flashing, like they're glowing like blue or something. Or some, you know, the corners are glowing, and you're like, yeah, like maybe like the last 2 corners, and you're like, oh yeah, maybe that's indicating I should probably put that there. Same thing with a tank. I put the tank up, and then the front is glowing, and you think, oh yeah, it's probably it's more, I don't know if intuitive, but it helps. And sorry, we're like 5 minutes in. A lot of this is just gonna be me talking, so yeah. Anyways, where I'm at in the current project is, you can see I have a lot of characters. So on average, a TFT set's like 60, 65 characters. And I want to aim to be close to that, but I also have like some things I'm trying out because why not? Obviously, I want to differentiate myself. I wanna do things that are cool. So I thought I just showcased, like, this is gonna be a bit longer. How long was my last video? My last video was like 13 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit longer. It's funny too. Look at my last video. I just showed off the Shadow Force trait, and since then I actually have completely I completely changed it because I didn't really like. I don't want traits to just be like you get stats, right? I think it's fine if like 1 or 2 traits are like you get stats, because obviously, I think examples. I have one trait. It's called Prompter, right? It's not done, but it's like every 5 seconds you get stats or you get something, and it's pretty simple. It's like a very if you're learning to again auto battler, play this comp. It's very straightforward, very easy to understand. But yeah, back to Shadow Force. I haven't actually figured out exactly what I want to change it to, but it's like the only trait I haven't not. I tried a few things, didn't like it, went back to drawing board because I want to be thematically because they're all like ninjas and stuff. But I also can't. I also need to make sure like there's still backline units, there's still tanks, there are frontline units. Like this guy, right? This is the shard frame from the last video. You remember this guy? Like if I made a trait that like is like when you reach half health, gain a buff. He mostly doesn't care. I say he, these are robots. They don't really have pronouns, but it doesn't matter. But like, point being is, you know, old Shadow Force, Sharp Frame does not care. Like, if they reach below half health, obviously can help in like edge case scenarios. Probably just going to die anyways. That's the thought process. At least, I have something that's very interesting. So. That's why. Anyways, but on the other side, I have a lot of actual content. And I said I was gonna actually keep like just putting characters in the background, and I haven't done that. Sorry. Anyways. But yeah, I'm not gonna go over everything because that would take like a million years. I will probably like when I'm done everything. Anyways, I think I have like a decent amount of units. 60 something. I'm aiming for like 70-ish probably, and you know in size it's pretty similar. Not nothing super relevant, but the what I was gonna say is the cycle. I guess the development cycle is like I was gonna finish all the units, which I'm almost there. I'm in like the putting the pieces of the puzzle together for like the what's it called, the trait web. As in, like, I'm like 90% there. It's just like sometimes you're like, oh shoot, this trait doesn't have a tank 4 cost, or not every trait needs that, but like this vertical doesn't have a good like 5 cost to cap it out or something. So you're like, oh yeah, shoot, and then you're like, oh this class is very clunky. It's like 2235, and you're like, oh shoot, well maybe I need to look at my trait web or something, and I need to fix that. Actually, that did happen. So I think right now, I got this trait called Phaser, right? It's 2234. I think that's fine. Yeah. Anyways, 2234. And I'm like not everything has to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because obviously that would get pretty boring. But some things need to obviously be like that. And then after the units and traits are done, then we're gonna do the items, because the idea for the items was everything is a completed item, so you don't have to deal with like recipes and memorizations and stuff. And then but we wanna have some depth, so items will be distributed in a different way, which gonna like get back to that when I actually like get to that. And then item complexity, I guess tiers will. It's not really like tiers, but like items will be more interesting as you like get later into the game. So like stage 1, maybe you get an item that's like gain 5 attack speed every second, and that's it. You know, maybe it gives you some base attack speed. But then like stage 3, you'll have like I'm just spitballing. I don't even know if I've come up with a few. I'm more focused on the units and stuff right now. But then come stage 3, you're like, oh maybe you summon a bonus projectile that does 50% of your attack damage at whatever, right? Whatever. And then after that, probably, and after that, it's just gonna be like networking. I already have like a base, like a decent like thing set up. Like, you can build a board, fight another unit's board. I have it in another scene. Nothing too crazy because the networking stuff is actually hard. This is actually one of the reasons, because I was actually going to use Unreal Engine, because like I can use Unreal Engine just fine, blueprints, whatnot. But the main problem I have was in terms of networking complexity is Unreal Engine like actually does networking for you already. But the problem is that I found is it's very easy. It's easier when you make a game that's like run around and shoot each other, like Call of Duty or like Lethal Company or something, because there's not too much to network. There's like guns and like damage, and then like player positions. Now there's other like back end stuff too that I'm not mentioning, but like for the most part. But then here it's like items, positioning, buffs. There's so many things that have to be kept in track, and they have to be synced up at the same time, otherwise it doesn't work. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I can use Unreal Engine for that. As much as I'd like to, it's just in terms of pure efficiency. Using Unity just allowed like for me to use like Photon, and it just gave me a lot more just like knowing that like I can like get it done in this game engine. It was, you know, which is why I chose, not really relevant to like most people, but could be interesting. So I guess like just to give you like, I'm showing you like a couple of things. So the last thing most recent thing I finished up on was 3 costs, because my development was like weird as hell. I did all the 4 costs, then I finished the 1 cost, and then I did the 2 costs, and then I did some of the 5 costs, and then I need to like I said, the puzzle stuff. I need to put the pieces of the puzzle together, and I'm still working. Like, there's holy moly so many bugs, but in a game like this, there's like going to be a bajillion bugs. But like some of the characters, the advantage was talking about like to this game is robots are so generic, I guess, that you can literally do anything. Like I have a robot magician, I have a robot Gundam, I have a I don't know, there's like a guy with there's like a robot with a tank as a head. I got monsters, I got astronauts, I got race car drivers, vampires, pilots. Literally it could be anything. Baseball players, ballerinas. And that's the cool thing, because it's like it doesn't add too much to the gameplay. I'm gonna show you. The car guy is pretty funny though, because it's just like he just calls a car and then he like tries to hit as many people as possible, knocks them up, and gets some damage reduction. Pretty funny to watch, you know. And I just one trait, right? It's called Philosopher, and it does different things every game. I need to like actually make it work, but I just found it funny to me that the guy who hits people with their car is a philosopher. No, it doesn't really mean anything, but probably fun. Anyways, what I was saying before, what was I saying? Yeah, it was like, because like people just like, some people like astronauts, some people like monsters, magicians, people like bow and arrows and ninjas and, you know, all this type of stuff. So like I think it can appeal to more people in a sense, because like they're not like they're not essentially tied to being robots. Like, yeah, they're robots, but like people, if you're like, hey, I really like baseball players, I'd be like, yeah, cool, there's a baseball forecast. I don't think I've showed this guy actually. This is a cool guy. Is another trait as well. Oh, and actually another thing is what I did is there's a lot of classes in this. If you don't know, classes and trait like origins are different. So like origins are like the big lengthy traits that do like special, more interesting things, I guess. And then the classes are like the small things. It's like your units gain attack speed or ability power or whatever. And what I thought and what I wanted to do was like looking at flexibility, right? My hypothesis, I guess, is if we add a lot of classes that are easy to play, like 1s, 2s, like simple, like this class is a 1, and then this class is also a 1, and then there's not too many, but then like this one, And they're like very simple things. Like it's like, oh yeah, you heal your team for like 1% of their health every 2 seconds. Cool, but it's very minuscule. Or like what's it called? Grant your team 2 mana every 2 seconds. And this one is like, this is the one that you see here. It's very apparent because you got the whole like, it's like a spinning star thingy. And it's like, you know, put a hex down, special hex, and if you own the hex, you get bonus stats. And obviously you can go more into it and all that stuff. I actually don't have a 5 cost for this. That's not, yeah. Anyways, but my idea is that having a lot of stuff like this means that you can just splash in a bunch of units. Same thing. I had like same thing with Origins. Is like it feels good to splash in units a lot of the time because not a lot, but a few units just straight up just give you like, they give you something. Like even with the car guy, right? The car guy, right? I kind of put them so they start at 60 out of 70 mana, and like even like, you don't have any traits active, but like I feel like the idea is obviously is, you know, even if you just threw this person on your team, having a unit that just like does a short knockup for like it could be a lot of units. I think that is like pretty enticing because it's like, hey, I can just put this unit on. Chances are they'll knock up a couple units. Maybe that knockup wins me the fight, and very interesting. On top of that, even what's it called, like there's this other trait. It's called Mexia, and you see all these names I came up with. They're great. Mexia, right? And it was interesting because it's like a cool hybrid trait. So it's like you put in the unit. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this description isn't great. It's okay. What? So it like usually it summons this creature, and it's not a great demonstration actually. Let me show you against actual like units. Right. So I put in the Mexia, and it's cool because by default the Mexia, I'm gonna make it more flashy, but it gives you stats based on the unit. So like I don't actually, that's why I said the description's bad because it doesn't tell you which units give it stats. But like this one gives your team 100 health, and then this one gives your team 10% attack speed. And then when your team loses half of their health, the Mexia like enters the fight and starts shooting some lasers. Pretty straightforward. But even if you just like throw in one of these, it's what's it called? It's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And even if he comes in and then starts shooting, the numbers are a little wonky. I changed it because I actually changed it. You saw that and you're like, that looks broken as hell. And like, yeah, because I had it so like I wanted missiles to shoot more often, but I didn't change the damage, so it's like 200 DPS on a one-piece trait. So I'll fix that. But I just like, what matters is like I want to show you how it works, right? And even then, like just a one-piece that like obviously balancing wise, just a one-piece trait like that is interesting. It gives you a unit. Obviously, the numbers are probably too high. They are too high. I'll fix that, but I don't really care much about that more than I care about the design and the functionality, because like, okay, numbers are easy. Anyways, I'm going back to the dummies. What was I saying? But yeah, stuff like that. It just my point being is that it's very flexible, because like, hey, if I like, there's this forecast, right? I was just showing this one, but like you got 2 splashable traits, meaning like, hey, if I have the items for this unit, it's very easy to play them. And then I have that similar philosophy with like some of the 5 costs as well. There's 8 5 costs. Most of them work. Yeah, most of them work. And like some of them are funny. Like I made this one guy, and he's like an Italian mafia boss, and he like he sends his goons, and throws the units in the van, and the van kills them, and it's just silly. And I'm currently working on still in the drafting process, but like this, like I want to this like basketball player. It's like 2 units in one, and it's like Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, and it's like one's a backliner, one's a frontliner, and they dunk on you. Still going to figure that one out, but I like the idea of that one. Um, so I have a lot of cool stuff. Like I think I'll still do the shorts, just showing like one unit, cause like unironically like shorts actually just get views. Not that many views. Not like my stuff gets views, but like more views than videos because they're shorts, right? But I think I'll do less of the whole like, look at him go, whoa, he's so cool, he's so awesome, and just do like this. I'm just rambling for like a minute. Yeah, because it's just cool to just show off your design flow. I'm gonna show you. I was just talking about this guy. He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. Like he spawns 2 goons, and then he shoots. I'll show off a trait. And then I'll probably end the video like 20 minutes in. I don't want to make it half an hour long. I don't even know if it's actually gonna get cast. You see like when the when he kills, you know, the van comes and then like shoots them, or the van comes and like takes their body away, and you see throws them in the van, and then like it's kind of weird, but yeah. I mean, yeah, that was it works like mostly. Obviously with these more the 5 costs kind of like they kind of break the goals, so they're like harder, not harder, but like they're more work because like you gotta deal with bugs and stuff. Why am I like cool units? Yeah, oh, I mean this is the latest one I made is like is decent. What I like is I like the VFX. It's very interesting how important VFX and stuff and like art and stuff matter to the designs of these characters, because like your design can be like really mediocre. Like if your design is like the character spins, it's fine, right? But if you have a cool VFX or like an animation to accompany it, all of a sudden the perception of that is like really major. What? It's like really people are like, wow, that's really cool, right? And it has nothing to do with the design. It's just how it looks. If it looks pretty, then people like it. And that's like I like to call it like a what's it called? The paint. What do I call it? It's like the coat of paint solution, where you take something really simple, and you add a coat of paint, and then all of a sudden, that very boring thing is now very interesting. Actually, my favorite example of this was one of the first traits I actually made. I don't think I've shown it on video before. It's called Eradicator, and so it's one of the standard traits. This is a 1, 2, 3. This is wrong. Oh, okay, my bad. I'll fix that. Sorry. Anyways, ignore that. So what it does is it summons a hydraulic press, and when a unit gets like below a certain health threshold, the press comes down and slams on them. It's fun to watch, cool thing. And what this is a coat of paint for is basically just executes, right? A normal execute isn't that interesting to watch. It's basically just they die at like sooner health. But when we take that sooner health and we add something cool and interesting to it, all of a sudden that it's just a lot more fun to watch. Like, yeah, when it comes in, it squashes them and they die sooner. That's a much more fun execute, in my opinion. I think like most people who'd watch this would agree with that. It is a lot more satisfying than if they just were to die, you know, just die, you know, at sooner health. But yeah, that's what I call coat of paint. So that was one other thing, and I'll show you another thing I did with the origins was I looked at like I went back. I haven't played like really old TFT, like sets 1 to 5. Like I played the revivals, but I wasn't like playing the game then. But I did want to go back and see like what did people really enjoy in overall. Like what do people like the most, and then how can I put my own spin on it, right? So, I have this one trait called Bioforge. Sorry, I'm trying to find a third one. Here you go. And what they do is every second they go small, they go tiny, they go tinier and tinier and tinier, 15 times. And then on the fifth, and then they'll get some stats, so health, attack damage, and ability power. Now on their 15 stack, they'll grow massive, and then all their stats get multiplied by a percentage. And you see that. It's a pretty fun. It's kind of like a little build up. Like, can you make it to the whole? Can your team survive not long enough? Sorry, survive long enough to make it to the end point. And sorry. Yeah, like a little game. I think it's fun to watch. Like your units get tiny and tiny, and they get stronger and stronger, and then boom, explosion. Not explosion, but you know what I mean. Boom, they get big. It's pretty cool. Yeah, there's more. Obviously, there's like 13 traits, and like 11 of them are working. Like, and then we have like I showed you like the mech side. We also have like smaller ones, like trying to find like what people like. Like there's this one called Workshop. Oops. And it summons this little robot called Clank. And Clank will get, you'll like feed bolts to Clank, these guys. And then every round, Clank will get some more stats and grow stronger as they reach certain thresholds. And Clank, you know, obviously everything is a work in progress. Obviously, things change, yada yada. Like yeah. Sorry, but point being is, there's a lot of like avenues, I guess, as in like if you want to play a summon trait, there are multiple ways to play summon traits. If you want to do Workshop or Messiah, if you want to play like the easy traits, there are a few easy ones. If you want to play the more like these traits cap out at like 6-piece, Origins cap out at 6-piece, and then you can play flexibly, like Philosopher, Clobbertron, Godcrafted. I'm just saying words you don't really know. I'm just saying words and you guys don't even know what I'm talking about. These are just traits. And main thing is like they cap out at 6, but they still have like the chase. Like if you can get like a bunch of emblems or whatever, people like that stuff. So I did want to keep that stuff. And then we have like the small things like Gundam, which are like only 3 units, stuff like that. The point being is there's a lot for a lot of different type of type of players. And yeah, that being said, that is all I have to talk about. I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. Sorry for like having 2 months in between videos. And I will try to keep it updated. I'll make another video once I finish all the units, and I'll probably make individual videos on like the Origins once I'm happy with showing them. Just like the Shadow Force video, but like updated. And besides that, that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it to the end, I would be surprised if you watched a 30-minute video, but if you did, you are the greatest. Anyways, thank you very much. I hope you guys are interested in this stuff, because I sure am. I'll keep it updated. Yeah, I will see you guys later. Have a lovely rest of your day. Goodbye.